Paperweights, today I'm going to be reacting to Season 1 of Andor, episodes 7, 8, and 9. If you enjoyed the reaction, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button when you do so you get notified when I post future reactions. And if you really enjoy it, you can find the full episodes over on Patreon, which is linked in the description below. Alright, you guys, here we go.
What would we be stealing? Quarterly payroll for an entire Imperial sector.
Previously on Andor.
This is how I do it. I'd spread it out. Never climb the same fence twice.
Corporal, at your service. Fall in. Turn with me.
Tell me you'll be all right.
I'll be fine.
Hang on!
Oh, God!
I found someone I think can help me.
We're vulnerable enough. We need funding, not more people to worry about.
Don't lecture me on vulnerability. No one's more at risk than I am.
It's so intense. Even the recaps are intense. His little stormtrooper action figures.
It's your interview.
Perhaps you would like to come along.
Uncle Hollow's influence is not a thing to be trifled with. You've had it raised.
I had it tailored.
Everything says something, Cyril. I've tried to make you understand that. You've resisted.
He just likes good tailoring.
Following measures will be adopted empire-wide as of today. Tribute tax equal to 5 times the amount stolen from Aldhani.
Damn.
We will be invoking the Public Order Resentencing Directive later today.
Any criminal act with even indirect effect on the Empire will henceforth be branded a Class 1 offense.
This is exactly what they want. We're treating what happened at Aldhani like a robbery.
What would you call it?
An announcement.
Ooh.
All military personnel.
In theory, too, if they institute all these sanctions, it could lead to more sympathizers to the rebels, because now you're pissing off more people, and you're probably pissing off people who it didn't, like, the Empire doesn't affect me, so nothing I need to worry about, but now it's going to affect them.
We're on our way to the Senate. I realized we'd be passing by. Perrin likes it. I'm just not sure he loves it. I think I might want the other one.
How long does this cover last for? Shopping for your husband?
I'm worried you might do something like this.
How I wish I had. Let's have a look.
Dude, he's good. He's good. Man.
I explained to you the risk.
You realize what you've done?
I thought you were here to tell me about the meeting.
It's tonight. I may reschedule.
I warned you when we started. Has anyone ever made a weapon that wasn't used? We've waited long enough.
You realize what you've set in motion. Palpatine won't hesitate now.
Exactly. We need the fear.
So Daedra was right.
You can't be serious.
The Empire has been... We're starting not to notice. The time has come to force their hand.
People will suffer.
That's the plan. You're not angry at me. I'm just saying out loud what you already know. There will be no rules going forward.
So him and Saw Gerrera would probably get along.
Let me know how the meeting goes.
I'm afraid I won't be taking either of these pieces this morning.
I'll have some new things coming in very, very soon.
I'll be sure to come by.
I'll be curious to know, like, what her... She's always there, like Luthen's assistant. I'll be curious to know if she plays a bigger role going forward.
People think we're kidding when we say it, but it's true. There are no small jobs at the Bureau of Standards. I spoke with your uncle. Some sectors might naturally appear more exciting. Weights and gauges, vibrant arena than redundancy or verification. Walk the floor.
Rebel murderer running free because of corruption and laxity in the corporate authority. I was punished for trying to uphold the law. Do my job, maintain public safety.
Is he gonna like that or not?
I believe that we have lost for a reason. I fully intend to clear my name and have my record expunged.
Probably best for everyone to just edit this a bit before signing you in. I'm sure your uncle would approve.
You can just do that?
New beginnings. We just happen to have an immediate opening in fuel purity. I'd hate to see you miss your chance.
God, that seems awful. I couldn't quite see the face. Is that Luthen's assistant? Or, well, I don't know if she's actually an assistant. The one who works with Luthen. That's a cool shot.
At ease, attendant. What is your name?
Felzonis, Attendant Felzonis.
I want a record of all missing avionics, comm, navigation, and targeting equipment.
For which star system?
All star systems.
Oh, is that all?
I'll need this report kept confidential, and a copy sent exclusively to my office. Can I rely on you for that level of discretion?
Absolutely. Can do.
Will do.
That's gonna be a problem. Damn! That's real big!
Where is he?
Holy shit!
The money's safe.
We know. It's been moved already. You've done exceptional work. Nemec, go on, they'll all be remembered.
That's it.
He had doubts about schemes. One less thing to worry about. We have a loose end, Cassian Andor, who you know as Clem. You need to find him. We can't have him walking around with Luthen in his head.
You mean kill him?
This is what revolution looks like.
What?
We'll send you what we have on him.
So, Luthen was expecting everybody to die then. If you were just gonna hunt down Cassian afterwards, he fully anticipated all of them dying.
I hear you. Just hold on.
Cassian.
Get it.
When do we lock the door? Where have you been?
Look at you. Can't stay here, Cass. It's not safe.
Nearest to the troopers now.
They came the next day, kicked out Primor, took over the hotel. Ferrix is under Imperial authority. You shouldn't be here.
Someone turned me in.
You don't know?
Know what? Tim.
Tim Carlo turned you in. He's dead now. The corpus killed him when they were coming after you. The Imperials are here to stay. They're not going away this time. It's all come undone.
We won't have to worry about that.
Why not?
I got lucky. I scored. I've got enough credits to get us anywhere. We're gonna clear out. Leave this mess behind.
When do we go?
We go tonight. I can make it happen. It's all gonna be different now. What's wrong?
Just such a lot to take in.
No one knows I'm here, and we disappear.
It's just such a big idea, you know. I get so tired. You surprised me.
What's wrong with her?
You get a rest. I'll check up on Biggs, and we'll pull out first thing in the morning.
But the first thing...
Let's do that.
What's going on there? Oh, she's so fabulous.
Life takes us where it will. You've become all this all these years. We're both a long way from where we started. We've all had to adapt.
Is it that bad? Can I call back our old kinship, share some truth with you? Remember my daughter?
Of course.
This is Tay Coma, one of my oldest friends.
How do you do?
Bank of Coma, you know, Adrien and Marza from back home?
So everyone says.
Typical banker, no one pays me to be original. Lovely seeing you again.
Yes. Have fun, Mother.
Not part of the challenge.
It's a difficult age.
I've spent a great deal of time thinking about this conversation, Tay.
What is she gonna say to him?
I want to tell you something only 3 people in the galaxy know about.
I don't like this.
Why would you want to do that?
Because I need your help, and I'm hoping I can trust you.
I don't like this.
Your world is inescapably linked to the Empire. You're with these people all the time. I'm not sure you're aware how far afield some of us have taken our political allegiances.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I think I've had a bit too much of Perrin's empty punch.
I thought he was gonna blow her in.
Drink up, Tay, and keep smiling as if we're having a happy chat about childhood days.
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't. Do you see what people say about me? It's a clear picture, isn't it? Battle Empire overreach. Irritation, as you so harshly put it. No, you set me free. I've been wondering all day how I could be sure of confiding in you.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't think this is a good idea.
The Mon Mothma people think they know. It's a lie. Smile. I've learned from Palpatine. I show you the stone in my hand. You miss the knife at your throat.
This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea.
My driver is an ISB plant and reports on my secret humanitarian programs. Because as long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing. I need to access my family accounts. Until recently, I was able to dip in and out of my family fortune without concern. It's changed. I need help.
Raising money for what?
I've explored the alternatives. You're my best shot.
You haven't answered my question.
And I won't. You're better off not knowing.
It's safer for you.
As you find my politics a bit strong for your taste.
Oh, yes!
There's none of this. He's not to be trusted. Smile?
Smile.
May I steal her back? There's a few guests that require special handling. Of course.
To be continued.
Can we trust him? I mean, I know she lives, obviously, but like, there's still a lot that could happen that would not be good for her.
Hey.
Cass,
Hey.
what are you doing here?
Remember when your father caught me climbing over that wall?
This is the last place you should be.
I think those were his exact words. Tim?
I guess he thought you and I were back together.
Why would he think that?
You can't be as surprised as I was.
What happened to you?
I ran into a wall like I do. You can't be here, Cass.
You killed 2 corpos and came home to hide. Put the entire town at risk and now there's Imperials on the street.
If Tim had kept his mouth.
Yeah.
Your crazy boyfriend tries to get me killed, and I'm the villain.
You need to get as far away from here as you can.
You won't have to worry about me anymore.
She's grieving. She doesn't mean it.
I need to know about the other guy, the buyer. Who is he?
I don't know. He knew that the corpos were on you, but not from me.
You ever talk to him again, tell him I held up my end of the deal, and he needs to forget about me. And that goes for everybody.
Yeah, he's not going to do that, though, because you're a loose end.
12,000 credits. It's everything I owe. 12 should cover it.
Be careful, Cass.
You too.
Maybe put your hood up. You're acting a little too cocky for my liking.
This is not our fight, Cass. Don't worry. They won't be in on them. They're just gonna raise their silly flag and fly away.
Long live the Republic.
Calm down. You're only making things. Turn!
So this must be like shortly.
Ready! Arm!
You're telling me he's gonna get in trouble for trying to stop them? He's trying to. Yeah, oh.
I was coming to find you.
Here I am. You haven't done much packing.
She says we can't go.
Be quiet.
He's like, but I want to go.
What is this?
I'm not going.
What are you talking about?
I'm staying.
But it's not safe. You want to live under that?
It's happening everywhere.
Well, we'll find a place they haven't ruined yet.
I'm already there. That place is in my head. They can build as many barracks as they like. They'll never find me.
This is madness.
No, it's not. It's overdue and probably doomed, and I'm too old, and I don't care anymore. 13 years, every time I walk down Rick's Road, I turn off before I get to the square. I take the long way around, so I don't have to think about Clem hanging there.
Oh.
Well, Bee played me the news. You know what I'm talking about?
The garrison at Albany.
I heard that. I put on my best coat, and I walked across the square with a smile on my face.
Oh, Daedra was so right.
Albany was just a robbery.
People are standing up.
Yeah, and getting killed for it.
But there's work that will need doing. Take all the money you found and go and find some peace.
I won't have peace. I'll be worried about you all the time.
That's just love.
Ugh.
Nothing you can do about that. Never loved anything the way I love you. You can't stay, and I can't go.
Can I speak now?
No!
Let me speak.
Tell me you understand.
I don't.
You will. You'll see. Stop searching for your sister. It's a fantasy. What happened there was not your responsibility. You were a child.
Coming back.
Of course you are.
Oh my God.
3 possible explanations for why you have failed to keep pace with your neighboring sectors.
That's correct.
I'm correct. Your approval is heartening. Let's have a full audit of all hyperspace lanes leading to Ord Mantell on my desk by this time tomorrow.
As you wish.
Mr. Blevin.
sector protocols as described in the ISB Code of Conduct, and that this overreach, for which she was previously reprimanded, compromising Imperial safety to a degree that silence is no longer possible.
Oh, he thinks he got something.
You determined her request was out of order and in violation of the chain of command.
That's not accurate. You advised me to reinforce my suspicions with data and to be careful in my work going forward.
Careful? Or that you found a way to access our sector data without ever filing a request.
Is that true? I used the Imperial Emergency Act in the wake of Aldani to gather data across multiple sectors without official sanction, but that is the wrong question. As organizing principles, not personal playthings, do you really think the rebels care about the lines we draw on maps? Systems either change or die.
Damn! Sir.
I can now prove a link between the theft of our most secret equipment and its distribution to rebel groups across the galaxy.
This is hard, verifiable data you are prepared to present?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering where we'd be right now if everyone here showed the same endeavor as Supervisor Mira. For the moment, I'm reassigning the Morlana sector to Supervisor Mira. Ferrix is of great interest to her and has clearly become a distraction.
Oh, shit!
I see no urgent problem, but as always, I salute the provocative exchange of ideas.
Don't smile, don't smile, don't smile.
Accelerate your schedule. Young, I will expect your report on Ord Mandel tomorrow. Thank you all for the lively session. Dedra, if you'd walk with me a moment.
Like, I don't like him because he's a bad guy, but also, like, he's kind of good at this. He's kind of good at this. I kind of hate him because he works for the Empire, but...
Well played.
Thank you, sir.
Watch your back.
I mean, I feel like a different person in that situation would be like, you're attacking my power. I said, don't do this. And he's just like, all right, girl, you found something. Let's roll with it. Like, he's not taking it as a threat. He's just Neamos. Sorry if I butchered that.
Keith. How many pizzos? Don't forget the pizzos.
Without the pizzas?
Pizzos and Revnok. The greeny green ones. Greeny Revnok. Keith, are you listening?
You might want to get out of the way, Cass.
What do you think you're doing? Keep looking around.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
You a part of it? Don't play dumb.
Wait till the story.
You need to back up. Stand right there. You look like you're sweating.
Well, it's hot.
Or you've been running.
But I've been running.
Because you're a part of it. I'll ask the question. Pier 9, runners heading south.
I can wait for you here if you want.
Rest of yours.
What?
You heard me.
Wait, no. I'm a tourist.
Tourists don't run.
Running.
You got that right. That window is shut.
He literally didn't do anything. Oh.
I'm just going to the store. It's right there.
You need to calm down, sir. Droid assistance, please.
Droid assistance for what?
Wait, what is it? No, this is crazy.
Hang on to this one for me. I want to check the shelter.
Oh.
He meant watch. No, he means watch.
Ah. Is anyone going to clarify?
Tell him you mean watch.
The one time he genuinely wasn't doing anything wrong.
Charges. Loitering at the scene of a crime, walking an unleashed massive animal fouling.
4 months. Next.
Girl. Speak. Girl.
Charges. Civil disruption.
Got enough trouble without a resisting judgment charge.
I'm just a tourist.
Apologies all round then. This used to be a 6-month sentence. 6 years.
6 years?
I didn't do anything. Hey!
Take it up with the Emperor.
I'm just a tourist. Wait!
Like, genuinely, he didn't do anything. Holy shit. Cassian just got 6 years, but Cyril feels like he's already been imprisoned for that long with his new job. It's just so interesting to me because, like, he genuinely that time wasn't doing anything. In the previous times when he is guilty of things, he wasn't caught. And now he's arrested for literally just walking down the street at the wrong time. But the funny thing is too, like, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Because I was like, you might want to get out of the way. Like, it just, oh man. So now the question is, I'm trying to think of the timeline between this and Rogue One. Is it possible we have like a 6-year time jump with him in prison? I'm assuming we'll have at least like an episode of him in prison, but do we see like an episode of him in prison and then like 5 years later and then he's getting out? I'll be real interested about that, because then if they do it that way, they can have some of the resistance stuff be further along when he gets released. Interesting. I don't know, because the other alternative is like he gets let go. That's not going to happen. Or a prison break, which I guess is possible. Unlikely, but possible. It'll be interesting. So like when he's in prison, does he find other rebel sympathizers, or does it just have him kind of fast forward to get out, and then we see the rebellion a little bit more firmly entrenched? There's a couple different ways I can go with that. That's really exciting. I cannot wait to watch those next episodes and see where this goes. But it is really funny that's like, that's what gets him arrested. He literally didn't get caught for Aldhani, which was a much bigger charge. But this, genuinely just on vacation. And it goes to show you how frequently I'm sure that has been happening in the Star Wars universe. Like, look at Clem. Look at his dad. Clem was literally trying to stop people from instigating the Empire, throwing rocks at the stormtroopers, and Clem was hung right along with them. He literally did nothing wrong. He was trying to stop them. He was trying to get them in line, and he was hanged, I'm assuming, along with them, because it looked like there's more than one body when they did that little flashback scene. And I'm assuming Cassian's first time in prison shortly after that, because we see him walking up to those stormtroopers with that little homemade makeshift weapon. We know he had been in prison already before. So it seems like that was the thing that put him there, fighting back against the stormtroopers because of the injustices against his dad. Which really, like, I think in Rogue One, he said something like, I've been in this fight since I was 16 or whatever. I don't know if he was 16 there or if he was a little older than that. I couldn't quite get the age, but he had been fighting against the Empire since he was 16, if he was 16 in that flashback scene. Or did he say 6? Shoot, now I don't remember. Regardless, he has been in this fight for different reasons, but he has been in this fight for a long time. And it is interesting to know, well, I guess I'm making an assumption, but if my assumption is correct, it's interesting to know what landed him in prison before. Yeah, it's like, this show is phenomenal. It really is. I'm struggling with what to say. I wrote down the one line from Marva. That's just love. Nothing you can do about that. That was such a good line. And it's honestly much different context, but just being a parent, that really is just so accurate. I'm constantly worried about my daughter in particular, but my family. And that's just, when you love somebody, you worry about them. That's just the nature of things. But that line, just the way she said it, hit so hard. And I think knowing now that she was inspired by Aldhani, unknowingly inspired by Cassian's actions, Cassian unknowingly inspiring rebellion, I'm really curious to see, I hope we see more of her and more of what she does in Ferrex. I don't think that our time with Ferrex is done. I do wonder if we see a bit more of rebellious activity in Ferrex, because the people of Ferrex are clearly a little predisposed to it already. They have that desire already. They kind of just need the spark. And I think it's like the powder keg. I think all the tinder's there and ready to go. They just need something to light it up. And we saw the start of that. Maybe it's smoking a little bit. Sorry to overuse this analogy, but maybe it's smoking a little bit from when the corpos were there. We saw a little bit of the rebellion spirit there with like the banging on the metal and Cassian's friend attaching the wire to that ship, which made it crash. So we're already seeing that they're not opposed to it. They've got that spirit in them. But I think if you have someone like Marva, someone who they clearly look up to and respect and care about, based off of their actions when the corpos were in her house a couple episodes ago, I think if she says, let's do this thing, everyone's going to do it. Maybe not everyone, but a majority of people are going to do it. So I think there's really good storylines that could be had there that would be really interesting to see. And I hope we get to see them. I hope it's not something that like we do a time jump and then Cassian goes back to Ferrex and it's just the aftermath of it. I hope we actually get to see a little bit of rebellion there. This did a good job of just showing how the people feel under the Empire, though. You have that one banker friend of Mon Mothma who's like, I've grown tired of the Empire. And we're seeing that more and more across the board, and it kind of just shows you how it may seem like the Empire has full control, but there are more and more people dissatisfied with the leadership of the Empire. And then when you see the Empire increasing these sanctions and having everyone pay the price for Aldhani, even people who weren't involved, you are going to see an increase in the number of people who are unhappy. It really is fitting for right now. There are a lot of things happening in the world that people are able to just either say that they agree with or bury their head in the sand a bit because it doesn't impact them directly. I see things happening to other people, but I'm okay with it because it's not impacting me. That old poem that everyone always quotes was the priest. First they came for this, then they came for this, but I didn't speak up. Then they came for this, but I didn't speak up. Now they came for me. There's nobody to speak up for me. We're living through that again right now in a variety of ways. And I think you see that perfectly encapsulated in this show, in this episode in particular, where now, like Deidre said, this was a beacon. This was a, hey, we're here to everybody. So now by increasing sanctions and making things more difficult for people, it's going to impact more people. And now people who were willing to turn a blind eye or pretend like everything was okay because it didn't impact them, well, now it impacts them. So now they're going to be more likely to give into or sympathize with rebels. Maybe they wouldn't have originally. So inadvertently, I think we see the Empire increasing rebellious activity and increasing the number of people who are either wanting to join the rebellion or just more sympathetic to their causes. So less people to blow somebody in, or more people who just spread unhappiness and weariness and thoughts are dangerous. They really are to power like this. So it is going to be, the next couple episodes are going to be really interesting to see what unfolds here. Because I do think the Empire inadvertently played right into the hands of the rebellion. And that's why Luthen was so excited. It is cool also to see how you've got rebels, but they're not all the same. They're not all the same. Mon Mothma is a rebel, but like not a violent one. Like she, at this point, at least, wants to get things done under the table through back channels, but not necessarily flashy big spectacles. You have Luthen, who clearly likes those big spectacles. I mean, he wasn't wrong. He did the spectacle, and Marva immediately was like, they're there. I'm going to rebel now. And you know that's happening across the board. And then from Rogue One, we also know that there's Saw, who's just like the extreme on the other side. So it is interesting to see that like the rebellion isn't necessarily just one unit. Like the Empire, you've got the Emperor, and then the rebellion, it's not like, okay, here's Mon at the head and everybody else. It's like the rebellion is just everybody who's unhappy is just like, yep, we're part of a rebellion, and it's going to look different everywhere. And it's not necessarily like a cohesive thing at this point. So that's really cool to see. It's really cool to see like the inception and obviously it's been around for a little bit at this point, but just to see how unstructured and how everybody has a different idea of what the rebellion should look like or how it should act. So really, really, really cool storylines that they're setting up for here that I'm really excited to see. But definitely a lot of these episodes have been, but this episode in particular feels very fitting for the times. But I am absolutely loving this show. I am loving this show. It is so good. The acting is phenomenal. I want to know more about every single character. Every single character, I'm just like, give me an episode with more backstory on you. Give me an episode with more backstory on you. It's so good. It is so good. I'm absolutely adoring it. I really hope you enjoyed the reaction. Thank you so much for watching.
I fully intend to clear my name and have my record expunged.
Why don't we start that process now?
I love how you could just do that.
6 years.
6 years? No, wait. But
Change of guidelines.
wait, I'm just a tourist.
I do feel like that kind of does happen. I'm not going to say a lot, and I can't think of a specific example right now, but aren't there a lot of times where someone's trying to arrest somebody for like, I don't know, something, but then they get them on like something different. And so it's not what they wanted to get them for, but they still got them. I feel like that happened to some big guy in the mafia. Maybe I'm making that up. That's always possible.
I'm a tourist.
Move it. Self-service.
I'm just saying, you could take them all. There's a lot of you. Uh-oh.
Anywhere, come on, sit down. Right, shoes off, boots, sandal, toss it in. Come on, move it, bare face, let's go.
Okay, that is pretty cool though.
I'm Lieutenant Dedra Mira. I'm the ISB supervisor for the Morlana sector.
What happened to Lieutenant Blevin?
I lost the questions. We've both had our mornings interrupted because you keep submitting requests to the Bureau of Standards Data Center. You've claimed he was a missing fuel specialist. And you filed 5 false inquiries.
6, actually.
I wasn't counting this morning.
Cassian Andor is a murderer and a threat to the Empire.
So this is about public safety. You have engaged the curiosity of the ISB.
Oh.
Now, is there anything you'd care to tell me?
I'm just trying to clear my name.
One would think you'd want to leave Ferrix as far behind as possible.
One would be wrong.
Tell me, what's not in Lieutenant Blevin's report that I need to know?
I have no idea. I wasn't allowed to see the report.
You signed it.
I was given no choice.
He's gonna start working for the ISB.
We should be upstairs by now.
Give him Blevin's report. Let him read it. We have time.
Honestly, he would be good at it. He doesn't know how to let things go, and he's very detail-oriented. Narkina 5.
This is an Imperial Starpath unit, stolen from the Steerguard Naval Yard last year. We don't know when it was taken because Steerguard was afraid to disclose its theft.
I'm listening.
This unit was found last month on Ferrix. The thief was a local named Cassian Andor. The Starpath was left behind as he escaped the tactical team sent in to arrest him. If someone there is talking, we need to be listening.
It's a large investment.
It's a fraction of the price of lost technology.
No, we don't know who he is. Nor do we know the scope of our problem. The little we are aware of is already troubling.
Troubling.
It's the first one he's made. Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir. Drill down, find Andor, and get a hunt started.
Well, you're not going to find Andor, but it doesn't mean you won't find people talking about him.
Down the reps now!
What's with... Why did they zoom in on the boots? What's the importance of the boots?
Welcome to Narkina 5. You've all been assessed as label-worthy. Now, following this introduction, you'll be transferred to your level assignment. Your length of stay has been predetermined. Now, those who've been incarcerated before will be surprised by the calm, sanitary conditions and our minimally invasive enforcement techniques. And how we risk standing before you without weapons, it's a potent question.
Oh. Damn. Okay, the boots make sense now.
That was level 1 of 3. Our floors are tungstoid steel. Do your time productively, keep to your lane, and this needn't be more than a memory.
Andor obviously had an organized local cadre of accomplices.
Let's talk about the accomplice you encountered before they escaped. Andor was in the company of an older man, tall, wearing a cloak. What's not in here?
Gray cloak, gray, green, dark boots.
I don't think that's important. They can change their outfit.
I heard his voice. I'd recognize it.
Here's what we'll do, Mr. Khan. You'll stop filing requests for Andor. I will inform the Bureau of Standards that you were of service to the Empire today.
I was a good deputy inspector.
She's like, I don't have time for this shit.
It was overly ambitious, yes, but time was slipping away and the opportunity was real. Service to the Empire. You just said it. Can one ever be too aggressive in preserving order?
He would fit in real well here.
It's clear you need Andor in order to find his partner. It could be a valuable asset going forward.
Raise the alarm one more time, and it won't be me you're speaking to. Forget this happened.
She is very intimidating. What is he gonna do? Oh, interesting they would just have the boots there.
Zaprod, if I have to use it, you remember it. Yes?
What's going on? Where's your partner?
They had a tech problem on one.
Delivery takes priority over tech, you know that.
He'll be here any second.
New man ready on 5-2D, requesting unit override.
Copy that. Coming up.
That's not good enough. This was on the schedule. Can't just not turn up.
He'll be here.
Override engaged. 5-2, you have the floor.
Other deliveries waiting. Ice front.
Cassian's like, oh shit, I'm learning a lot of info right now.
Well, let's go. Move. Step forward and stop. Now, move. Ice front, I said.
I had to wait. They're short-handed down there. They had to pull a guy out from 4.
Oh, he's learning a lot of info. These little chatty Cathys are giving up a lot of details.
Ready on the floor?
Looks good.
On program.
Move forward.
I think I would go crazy with how bright the lights are and how white everything is. I would just have migraines all the time and I would lose my mind.
This is Unit 52D. 7 levels of factory, 7 rooms per level, 7 tables per room. My name is Kino Loy. I'm the 52D unit manager.
Hi!
Name?
Kiev.
They only come to pick up the dead and bring their replacements. You're mine now.
Oh.
Back to work! Listen up. It's a 12-hour shift.
12-hour shift.
I'm used to seeing my room in the top 3 on the level. Sick, injured, you talk to me. Problems with another inmate, I will know before you do. Losing hope, your mind, keep it yourself. Don't ever slow up. My line.
Okay, he's scary. I don't think I want to mess with him. Because the other thing is, he could probably do whatever the hell he wants and nobody's going to care.
42 minutes. Come on, boys. We can rally.
Hey, new guy.
Prepare to fry.
Keith. What? That's his name, right?
Work! Watch what I do, exactly what I do. You be where I am this time tomorrow. 9 to swing, I'll be feeding the table. So it might be a little different.
He's on the box. They're calling him.
What's that mean?
52D shift productivity levels are unacceptable. We're calling a new clock.
This will be a sprint. 39 minutes.
As ever, the least productive table will be disciplined.
Well, just get moving! Why are we standing there?
Let's go, let's go!
Although, he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about the other guys just standing there. But also, I feel like if I were Cassian, I would want to be helping because I don't want to be disciplined. I just got here. So it's like, okay, is it slower to tell me what to do, or is it slower to have less hands?
You used to like it.
I was just better at pretending.
That I find hard to believe.
Sagrona.
What are we toasting?
A quick night.
I'll drink to that. The senator is pitching politics, not charity. Saving the empire from the emperor.
Do you remember Farron at 15?
Oh, let's not.
The Academy firebrand.
Please.
How things change, eh?
The new legislation is definitely having an effect.
The rebels might have thought that over before blowing up Aldani. Well, good luck feeding the galaxy. I'm off to feed myself.
Charity begins at home.
I was hoping you'd come.
The new banking regulations are making life difficult. They're staffing up Imperial auditors by the week. We'll have to see where they place them.
Leader.
We've met.
Indeed.
What about the money I've moved already? Not everything's tucked away.
We'll find a way to explain it.
So we've given up on hiding it?
How much are we worrying about?
400,000.
Parents said you were hoarding the squeaks.
I always forget you're Chandlern at heart.
And I always forget how sweet you are when you're looking for votes.
I hope we get to explore the relationship with Mon and her daughter a little bit more, because I feel like there could be a lot there too.
Keep it down!
No, he's not doing well. How can they see each other?
What is public order?
It's an awfully big box, isn't it?
The Emperor's primary charge is to protect us.
How much protection is enough?
We know what too little looks like.
Surveillance and prosecution, without limit. If you're doing nothing wrong, what is there to fear? Dangerous times. Are they not?
Do you feel under threat?
I'm at great risk of ingesting too much of this nourishing Chandrillan hospitality.
The issue is when you have a system like this where there's clearly no representation or lawyer or anything like that, it's just this person said you're guilty, therefore you're guilty. You don't have to commit a crime.
The white lights start flashing, you've got 7 seconds to get to your cell. Sensors on the floor, 2 men in one cell. It's an instant fry.
Pull out!
Come on.
It is kind of nice that they have their little groups, their little table groups, though, because maybe that gives him a little crew that's a bit more trustworthy.
Night light, toilet flips down, got a plate.
And food?
The tube. They like us healthy and fueled. Don't worry, you learn to eat it. Getting fried twice in one day. But perhaps in a few shifts, we can pull a winner. Winner gets taste with their food. Top table wins flavor.
You have to earn flavor in your food?
So what did you do?
Nothing.
Not that lately. At least you know where you stand from the start. No surprises.
Ask him already.
People must be talking about it.
About what?
The public order resentencing directive.
It's been a tough month here waiting for news.
I'm sorry.
All the rebel activity.
It's rebel nonsense.
Don't ever look at the number. Double, triple.
Hey!
You're until they don't want you anymore.
Enough! Mousy!
Thinks they're getting it now streaming. Those days are over.
Oh.
I said that's enough.
Return to your cells immediately. 30 seconds on red floor.
I do like that guy, though. Like, at this point, he does seem like a
Tighten up! Hot floor!
He does seem like a nice guy. He was the one that at first was like, his name's Keith, not new guy. And, you know, it's scary, but it's like, Andor, get in the cell! You're freaking me out! What are we doing? Obviously, he's a bit more of a pessimist or a realist, I guess you might call it, but he does seem kind at this point. Could be fake, who knows?
How many hours a day do we stand here admiring the view?
Not enough. One forgets to savor the familiar. We came here as children.
To visit?
No, Mon became a senator at 16.
Damn.
No, we'd already been married a year.
So romantic.
The old ways of Chandrila.
As was the custom.
To each people its own.
15? Oh, you can hear it. They don't get a mattress or anything? That was a cool way to show time.
Tighten up!
Oh, he is not looking good. Look at his eyes. Nothing like a good old communal shower.
Right. Hands away.
Clear, clear.
You would think that it would be risky to have them work this fast to build whatever this component is, because if it's not done right, isn't that real bad?
Ready up, ready up.
Oh, hang on.
You okay?
Pin jab. Come on, guys. You got a chance of winning the shift today. Shame to waste it.
You not see that the pin is jammed? What do you want him to do? Uh-oh.
It's not complaining if you tell me what's going on. Oh, you're freezing. My mother was a whiner, and that'll cure you. You need a doctor or not?
She has pain in the knee.
The doctor was here yesterday. Your breathing sounds weak.
Real bad.
What have you done now?
Apparently I'm throwing a party.
What was she doing by the hotel?
She fell trying to pry open the Aldrich's floodgate. She wanted to see if the tunnel under the hotel was still open, so the rebellion can sneak in and take them by surprise. She's a rebel.
Hey, at least she's trying something.
She can't stay here much longer.
Good luck with that.
What about the daughters of Ferrix? She's a past president. They must have a warm room somewhere.
They've tried. She's made her wishes clear.
Cassian.
You really don't know where he is?
I forgot she's looking for him too. The whole freaking universe is out for him.
There's a room to rent around the corner. Two of us would draw too much attention.
We'll just stay here and wait, just hope he shows up. Could be anywhere.
This is all we have right now. What's the alternative?
Haven't we been apart long enough?
It's not about us.
After what we've been through.
You think the Empire stops to catch its breath? This is a fight to the death, Vel.
Damn.
Who would you say you are?
Maybe I'm a rich girl running away from her family.
That's cold. Even for you.
The struggle will always come first. We take what's left.
She means business.
You love me because I show you what you need to see. I need to look for something in the back.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. It's been off for a while.
It's urgent.
What does she like? What does she think she's gonna get from him though? Oh, that's cool.
It's the shop owner on Ferrix. She's trying to find Cassian Andor. His mother is ill.
She could point us in the right direction.
She's asking us.
She knows more than we do. She might have a lead.
Yeah, more likely it's the ISB working her radio.
You're guessing.
And you're slipping.
She might be more intense than he is.
I'm not slipping, Leia. I've just been hiding for too long.
It's all different now. We're going loud. Vulnerability is inevitable. I just need you to wake up. There's a lot to do.
Shut it down.
I get why they feel the need to tie up any loose ends, but I just still can't believe that they're so quick to be like, yeah, let's just kill him. We don't know what he knows. We don't know if he's going to say anything. Let's just kill him.
Coordinate alternatives for Segra Milo.
4 potential routes.
Let's take the long way around.
Rerouting Segra Milo.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that. Oh, they do have a little mattress.
He railed it! Who? Vimos! Enough! Let's quiet down!
Level 5. You have 10 seconds to get on your sleeping platforms.
What's going on now?
It's Pax Yard. I'm not sure they're all over it.
Why won't you tell me? Where are they taking my father? Where is my father? Jamal!
What's going on?
They took Pac in last night.
Where?
The hotel. He never came home.
Get these people back. I want a perimeter.
Because she sent out a transmission?
Let's go! Let's go! Move it!
Colleen! That's your name, isn't it?
Get the Sorbies. Run!
Get her!
What the fuck? Segra Milo? I don't remember how I said that, sorry.
So, my friend, the garrison at Aldani, was that you?
Oh, it's just about...
You'd never tell me if it was.
Somebody's sitting on some dosh.
Well, if that someone is you, I'm hoping you'll put it to good use.
If I had just pinched 100 million credits?
That's exactly what you do.
And that's exactly what I would say if I were you.
If you're trying to convince me it was you, it's working.
Tell me what you've got.
Full set of Imperial drive adapters. I also got 3 sealed steer guard targeting deflectors.
I'll take all 3 deflectors. How much?
Well, you meet with Krieger, they're free. You don't, I'll take them elsewhere.
I work alone.
That's what I'm trying to change. We need to pull together, Saul. We need the Empire to help. We need them angry. We need them coming down hard. Oppression breeds rebellion. Think of Spellhouse in flames. Neither of you could do it on your own, but together.
Krieger's a separatist. My pay's a neo-republican. The partisan alliance sectorists. Human cultists. They're lost. All of them. Lost. What are you?
I'm a coward. If we don't put aside our petty differences.
Petty? I am the only one with clarity of purpose.
Well, anarchy is a seductive concept.
No sale today, Luthen. Good luck with Anto Krieger.
I feel like they could be so powerful if they could just frickin' stop the infighting.
She's on her way up. Would you like us to clear the room?
No, I wanted to see him. What are you doing? Get him out of here. Quickly.
You two, with me.
Oh, Daedra's good at this. She is good at this.
Hello, Bix.
Have a seat in my torture chair. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, you can't end there. You can't end there. Man, this freaking show, it's so crazy. So one thing I love about this though, and I've talked about this a lot with other reactions, they do a lot of show don't tell, and they do a lot of trusting that the audience is intelligent. And I really appreciate that. Like little things when Cassian got to the prison, showing like, okay, take your shoes off. And then they did the little zoom in on the boots. So you knew the boots were going to be important. And then obviously they showed you what the floor did. But then shortly after that, you see the boots hanging on the wall. And you have that whole dialogue with the prison staff saying like, oh, sorry I'm late. I needed to help out down here because they're understaffed. Oh, my partner will be here in a minute, but he had to go help over here. And then them saying like, intake is more important than tech. And so they're telling a whole story here without just straight up telling you. This prison is understaffed. They rely a lot on the technology. And I think partially they rely a lot on the prisoners being exhausted. They're working 12-hour shifts, either morning or evening, or day or night, I should say, because it was day shift or night shift. They keep them separated in their wings. They keep them separated in their tables. And they're just working them to the bone so that by the time they're done, they're exhausted. They're constantly anxious because if they don't meet their quota, they get zapped. If they're at the bottom, they get zapped. But they rely heavily on the technology of the prison to kind of mixed with that exhaustion and that separation to keep the prisoners in line. So I feel like that's going to be important going forward. I guess we'll see. But I really like how they told us all of that. They didn't say, oh, the prison's understaffed, and like they didn't do any of that. They showed that conversation between the prison guards. They showed the boots on the wall, so we can infer as the viewer that Cassian paid attention to that and is going to know that going forward. I'm going to assume at this point there's going to be a prison escape, at least attempt. And I just think that's really cool. I like how they also showed us that they kind of already showed us this last episode, that there's kind of factions within the Resistance, but to now actually have Saw in there as well. I had mentioned him last episode because I was like, we have Moan here, we have Luthen kind of in the middle, and then we've got Saw on the other side. And now they're also talking about other players. So it seems like there are a bunch of these players in this Resistance, and it's a very tenuous... I hesitate to use the word alliance because it is, but like it's a very tenuous alliance relationship because they clearly, none of them agree on how things should be done. And it does make you wonder, like, if they could just form more solidly, could they have gotten things done faster? Or was it important for them to have these different factions because it's more difficult for the Empire to pinpoint it because you've got Saw and his faction, so that's a lead for them for the Empire to chase down. But then you also have Luthen and his kind of, I like that they called him the Axis because it really does seem like he's the middle point. You've got Luthen, and like you can, now you're hunting down his lead, but while you're hunting down Luthen's lead, you're not seeing Mon Mothma, and you're not seeing Saw, and you're not seeing whoever the other guy is that they said was part of the Separatists. So like maybe it works to their advantage that they have these different factions, but it is curious to know like how powerful could they have been if they could just agree on anything. So that's really cool. I'll be curious to see how Cinta and Vel come into play. We keep seeing them. We know that obviously they're trying to also hunt down Cassian. So what are their roles in the show going to be going forward? I could see Cinta, now that she's staying behind, I think Ferrix is definitely going to boil over. I think we see straight up fighting back in Ferrix, and I think Cinta's going to help with that. She's going to, I don't know if she's going to like help cultivate that, or if she's going to bring people from Ferrix into the fold of Luthen, or what's going to go on there. But I think because she's there and because she is so passionate about the downfall of the Empire, I think I do see her potentially like helping to ignite the spark, or at least be involved of that resistance, specifically on Ferrix. But I'll be curious to see what happens with Vel's character. Also with Clea's character, because she definitely seems intense as well. Like way more intense than I ever thought at first. At first I was like, oh, she's his assistant. She's helping out like to keep Luthen's cover and that sort of thing. But she is just as in it, and she clearly is just as passionate as everybody else. We've now seen that this episode and the previous episode. I also think it's interesting to see Cassian's character in the prison kind of like fits perfectly to who we've seen as his character so far. Cassian doesn't care about the rebellion. He was not in this to bring about the downfall of the Empire. He was in this to help himself, help his family, help the people he cares about. Find his sister, get money to get Marva, his mom, out of Ferrix, maybe even Bix if she would go. That's why he's in it. That's why he's involved. He cares about himself and the people that he cares about. He doesn't necessarily care about the fall of the Empire. So he's happy to just like go about his life as long as he can do that. And we kind of saw that already in the prison. Like he fell right into line. No fighting at all. Now, Grant, I'm not blaming him. I'm not saying that's wrong at all. It just is interesting to see his character in prison because it's kind of like the same. Obviously, he's done things against the Empire out in the real world. So I do think he will do things against the prison staff eventually. But for now, he's just doing what he needs to do to survive, which I think is very fitting for his character. So I'll be curious to see where we pop up next episode. Is there going to be another time jump? What's his mental health going to look like? Because we're already starting to see that deterioration. Like you could see it in his eyes. He's obviously not happy to be falling into line, but that's his survival mode. And you can see that on him. So I'll be curious to see where next episode goes, but I'm really excited. I'm loving the show. I think the show is absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see where everything goes and to see how all of these things intertwine and connect and eventually lead us into Rogue One. So I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.
You've all been assessed as label-worthy.
I hate that smile.
You're in till they don't want you anymore. Get straight with that.
Wait, Melshi? I just caught his name. It's like just clicked. What was he? He was in another one of these movies, wasn't he? Was he in Rogue One? I swear to God, I recognize that name. Maybe I don't. Maybe there's another name that sounds like it. It's probably like a Clea Leia situation where it's a different name I'm thinking of and it just sounds like it. He doesn't look familiar, but the name sounds familiar, so I don't know.
So here's what we'll do, Bix. I'll tell you everything I know to be true, and in doing so, perhaps convince you to cooperate without intervention. Failing that, we have Dr. Gorst, who's developed a unique interview system some of us are very excited about.
Oh, I don't like him.
We brought in Salman Park last night. For a man with very little actual rebellious activity on his resume, he was remarkably resistant, which of course just makes us think there's more to be learned, which leads to a longer session. And suddenly it's morning, and there we are, wasting time. Did you know Salman Park was paid to keep that radio alive? Did you know you were the only one to use it? Were you aware that the buyer, your contact, met Park only once before being turned over to you? You're in my net, Bix. Seems a shame to end up on the carving board if your motivation here is just money. You have no recorded history of political troublemaking.
She is so scary.
You're ISB, aren't you? Worst of the worst.
You're going to tell me absolutely everything you know about the buyer. You will be giving me a full, detailed accounting of every single piece of stolen Imperial equipment you've passed along, who was bribed along the way, and where it is gone.
I don't know the buyer. I signal. Sometimes he answers. He comes, he buys.
He and Andor, blowing up buildings and killing security guards. Your co-worker is killed trying to win your freedom. When was the last time you spoke with Cassian Andor? The very worst thing you can do right now is bore me.
You're not gonna believe me anyway, are you?
No, she wants to torture you.
I suppose not.
Dude, she's fucking terrible. I've been saying this the whole time. She's scary. The thing is, Bex doesn't know this, but Bex could literally say, genuinely, the last time she saw him and not get him in trouble because he's kind of safe where he is.
Table 3. They won't be short-handed all day. There's a new man coming down.
We're already up on 4.
I could use a proper meal.
2 less a threat.
Good luck.
Is he having a heart attack?
Timer?
Oh, that was his right arm.
I am. I might need some help.
The twitch. What?
Right,
Yep.
switch up.
Why?
Keep us fast.
Better way of saying
The hand.
Be 41 shifts tomorrow.
You are the next man out. You are the shortest of the short. Swap your idea.
Me? No, it's Tiger.
Ulap is going home.
New man for them today. Always the next day, right?
You know the drill.
Oh God, I hate him.
There's nothing intrinsically physical about this process, but we've had some early trials that were a bit chaotic.
Why are you so excited?
There's an outer rim moon called Dizon Frey. There was a sentient species there, quite unusual, extremely hostile to the concept of an Imperial refueling centre that was being planned. I say was because they created such a stir that the local commanders were granted permission to use any means necessary, and massacre of the Dizonites was broadcast and recorded as proof of mission. We've taken the recordings and modified them slightly, layering, adjusting, and we've found a section of what we believe are primarily children.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay.
If you're having difficulty speaking, just shake your head from side to side.
You'll want to be sure of that, Bix. We ready? Let's get on with it.
Oh, I have chills. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was That was done so well. Holy shit.
I'm taking my run.
What is he up to? Okay, so I read the situation wrong last episode. That's fine.
New man on the floor. Everyone hold position.
You man on the floor! Hold your position!
2 men back. 2 weapons.
No boots.
Oh, so he's got a whole crew in on this.
Silence!
He's touching the rail.
Believe me now, the elevator's not wired.
We attack while they're coming down. Now.
They'll just go back up.
We make it stop. We shut it down halfway. Take 1 guard, 1 weapon.
This is Unit 52D. The 49 men in this room answer to me.
Okay, Cassian. I own that. I misread that situation last time.
Shall we begin? When was the last time you spoke with Cassian Andor?
Is she capable of talking right now? I knew last episode that he was like taking in all the information, just like we were.
Where do we stand? Are we in the game? We're up a rack with an hour left.
What? Just talked about this. He told you 2 minutes ago.
Oh no.
Am I working or not?
Oh.
1 rack up, hours to lose. What are you waiting for?
Oh, he's losing it, guys.
Keep her here. Keep her alive. She's the only one we've got who can identify access.
And Salmon Park, I'd like to hang him. Make sure they know who's in charge.
As you wish.
Oh, God.
I stand here today to speak with senators who've come with open minds. Those of you who still believe that when we enter this building, we are in a temple.
Things are not going well for her on that front, huh?
They called from the residence. Your cousin, she's arrived.
At the embassy. She's there now.
Well, they said you'd want to know.
Oh.
They could keep us here forever if they wanted.
It's enough from you, Melch. Right, everybody settles down right now.
Something's wrong. What's going on? What are they saying?
I think it's level 2.
What's happening in level 2?
I guess stale in here.
Can't be much longer.
You're right, Unit.
I'm fine.
He's not all right.
Something broken. What's he saying?
Level 2. He's coming this way around now.
What's he saying?
Oh!
Is that? It's nothing. Someone didn't load in. They are counting.
So they cut the power?
It's 2. Something's wrong on 2. They're going too fast. I can't read it.
Everybody calm down!
I love how they have a communication system so they can all talk to each other on different levels.
Stand in place, on program, feet down, face front, hands on heads. We will have immediate facility compliance.
It's amazing.
Your father may have an opinion.
He lets me do anything I want.
Okay, Sass. What?
Why don't you go try it on?
Wait!
Where have you been?
Traveling.
6 months?
There's a lot to see. The Empire doesn't rest, Mon. The rebellion comes first. We take what's left.
Oh, okay, Cinta.
Tell me you're going home for a visit. They've been after me to find you.
Yeah, of course. Just came through to see you first and get cleaned up a bit.
Seriously, Val, what does he have you doing?
Who?
So when Cinta said, oh, I'm going to pretend to be a witch girl who left my family, that's why it was mean, because she was... Okay.
I'm starting to think we're in over our heads. He's got a spinning
Stop.
outfit.
You took a vow.
It fits.
You never think about escaping?
You know I won't answer that.
I'll take that as a no.
He only has 217 days left.
How many guards on each level?
You want out of here alive, turn that part of your mind off.
How many shifts do you have left?
217.
Tell me what you know before you go.
You've been warned. You're on your own with this.
You think they care enough to make an effort?
Like you would know.
They don't need to care. We are nothing to them. Melch is right. We're cheaper than droids and easier to replace. You think they care what we say? Nobody's listening. How many guards on each level? Nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening!
He's listening.
You didn't question the mother?
I decided to wait. Better now leaving her in place and standing back. She's the reason Andor came back.
Perhaps they communicate.
If they are, we'll know. We're on her full time.
Oh, God. Things are getting too hot. They're getting too hot.
Did you hear it?
What happened to Unit 2-5?
They were fried out.
Who said? Both shifts.
Who's saying this?
Maintenance tech. We had a team go down.
He said they fried the whole bridge. Speak up.
He told Zinska. Why? Ask him.
The last thing you want is people panicking.
We will have immediate facility compliance when we will begin activating.
What did he say? What happened on to... Yeah.
They set them all free.
The less they think we know, the better.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
We have heard nothing. Another day. Let's keep our mouths shut, keep our heads down, until we know what's going on.
So obviously they could have been causing trouble, which is what led to this. But also, the thing that I'm just realizing, if you have an influx in prisoners because now new things are illegal, but you are also increasing the sentences of everybody who's already in, they're going to have an overpopulation problem.
I find you a job. I press your uniform. I prepare 2 meals a day. What is the return on my investment? What if I'd let your neglect drive me insane? Imagine that.
She's insufferable.
Imagine I'd cracked under the weight of your neglect. Imagine I'd cracked and wasn't here now to pick up the pieces.
I've been promoted.
I knew they'd recognize your promise.
Oh my God, shut up. It explains why he is the way he is, though. Anyways, so if you have overpopulation and you can't get rid of them because all of their times are increased, you might need to do that just so you have room in your prison when more prisoners come. I don't know.
I'm there. I got it.
That's it. Okay, let's go.
I love how he is clearly struggling so badly and he's still trying to do his part. It's so sweet.
Come on, boys, we can do this.
Let's get it in.
There has to be a different job that he can do, though, within that unit that's a little less.
Heading back to Chandra today.
Yes, the pilgrimage.
Find yourself a husband?
Wasn't on my list of things to do.
Well, you need a widower at this point. Who's left of any value at your age?
Yes, all the good ones are taken.
Be a spoiled rich girl for a while. Remind people that's who you are.
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark. We're making something of our lives.
I kind of love that she's from a rich family and is like the spoiled rich girl and still chose that. Like, still chose to be a rebel. I like that. I also love that Cinta told us that before we realized that she was telling us that. Maybe some people picked up on that, but I didn't put those pieces together clearly. Oh, Bix. Marva, we need your tunnel right about now. Cyril, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
I wanted to thank you for the promotion and to follow on and try to follow on the conversation we had last month.
That wasn't a conversation. You were brought in for questioning.
I know you work here, and I come sometimes to see if I'll see you.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in right now?
I thought I had ruined my life. I thought I was done. After meeting you and discovering you understood how dangerous Cassian Andor was, and just being in your presence,
Coming on a bit too strong there, buddy.
Perhaps my deranged belief that there was something better fated for me in the future was a dream.
Oh, she's not gonna like that. She is not gonna like that.
You're out of your mind. You come near me again, you pursue any of this, and I swear I'll have you in a cage on the outer rim.
Mm-mm.
There you are. Just came in. They picked up a rebel pilot an hour ago.
From our target list?
No, random.
Where are they holding him?
A destroyer off Steerguard.
Get Dr. Gorst. Send him out there immediately.
I already did.
Good work.
I've been over the accounts.
Ah!
We need a Chandrilan banker,
You have someone in mind.
Davos Cullen.
At what cost?
I'm not sure. He wants to meet you.
This is getting messy.
Davos Golden here, you must be joking.
I pushed back, but
I feel like your husband would like that. Your husband seems to like the rich and powerful people.
We've got a rebel pilot in custody, one of Anto Krieger's group.
Where was he heading?
On his way to Kafrene.
Can't hang on to him, we can't let him go.
Destroy the ship. Make it look like an accident.
What if we foul the ship? An accident, something mechanical. Have the pilot found dead in the cockpit. What would happen?
They'd have to find it, but they'd tow it into Kafrene.
If we did it quickly.
God.
I want a meeting with military intelligence immediately about Spellhouse. Let's go.
I was like, he said immediately. Why are you sitting there? The way they're constantly like bebopping around between stories just makes it so stressful. Can someone get this guy a doctor, please?
Table 2 takes the shift by 6 racks and 3. Table 1 in the box.
Olaf.
Come on, let's get this done.
He would not survive the box, so it's a good thing they didn't get put in the box.
On program.
Oh no.
Program in place. Low yield tables in position.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Ah.
We're ready. Come on, keep moving. Take his head. You. Get going. You've only got a few shifts left, and you're going home.
On program.
Oh God, you can feel the tension. You can feel the tension.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Haven't gone anywhere.
His name's Olaf.
I've seen him before. Hold up.
He's only got 40 shifts left. Just want to get him up and about.
Look at me, brother. His name is Olaf. I don't want to know his name.
He's got 40 shifts left, so we just want something to get him through the next few days.
That's another option. What?
You can't save him.
Nothing to save. He's had a massive stroke.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
He's lucky. He'll pass peacefully, which is more than I can say for the rest of us. Another week like this, and you'll be begging for what he's getting. What do you mean? You heard me.
No, I need more info than that, please.
What happened on level 2? You want to keep your men in line. Hold him.
Well, that just confirmed everything that they had heard rumored. Oh.
He's passed.
What do you mean? What happened down on 2?
We need a bag and a trolley. Said it's coming.
Jesus.
A man who was just released on 4 ended up back on 2 the next day. Word got out on the floor and then they killed them all.
You need those other men there.
They're just leaving.
Now.
If he was released.
So they're just recycling them.
No one's getting out, are they? Not now. Not after this. At least your friend is free.
You two, on program now.
Why would they?
Let's go.
Okay, so okay.
How many guards on each level?
Never more than 12.
Oh my God! Yes! Oh shit, he's in it now! He's in it now! Holy shit! The show is so fucking good. Oh God. Just the delivery of that. Oh man. And if he's in like this, oh, they're in trouble. The prison is in trouble because he was a man who he didn't have many shifts left. You know, he had less than a year. He's happy to just like toe the line, not causing trouble, doing my job. I'm getting out of here in a year. And now if he is on the side of listening to Cassian, I think something that's really cool about this show is a lot of times, so I have been, obviously I'm catching up on a lot of movies and TV shows, but I've been an avid reader for a very long time. And because of that, I feel like it's harder for me sometimes to be surprised by things because a lot of these big surprises, like I've seen before, and not necessarily in movies and shows, but in books or video games that I've played. So a lot of times people will be like, there's no way you would have known that. But it's like, well, yeah, because I've seen this trope. I don't know if it's actually called a trope, but I've seen this trope before in other mediums. But with this show, every time I think I've sussed something out, I'm like not fully wrong, but I'm also not right. Like, for example, when we learned that 2 was wiped out, I was saying, oh, they probably need to kind of clean house in a way because of overpopulation. We're seeing an increased number of prisoners. We're seeing an increased length of stay. Those prisoners have to go somewhere and you can't just let them go. So what do? For lack of a better word, you reduce, reuse, recycle. You have to get rid of them somehow. So I thought that was where they were going. And I thought people were going to find that out, and that was going to be the catalyst that led to the revolution within the prison. But the fact that they're just not reducing, they're just reusing. So you never get out. You don't die, but you don't get out either. You just get sent from one floor to another floor. And because in theory, there's not supposed to be communication between floors, you can keep it contained. But the human will is strong. They found a way to communicate with each other, which is really freaking cool. And now you've got a problem, because now you've got a substantiated rumor, and people who wouldn't normally be willing to risk getting more time because they're so close to the end now have learned they've got nothing to lose. So I figured that we were going to see an attempt at a prison escape from Cassian. I was surprised that when we jumped into this episode, he was already in it. I kind of thought this episode would be the lead up to him getting the will to have that drive to want to escape again, because last episode I felt you could see it in his face. He looked dejected. He looked like he was just in survival mode, which is totally understandable. And I felt fit his character. So when we jumped into it and he already had people on his side that he'd already like talked with about an escape plan and strategies, and he'd already found a loose panel, and I don't know why he was sawing through, like what he's attempting to do with the sawing through. It looked like a water pipe or something. But when I had seen he'd already like jumped into it and I was definitely surprised by that. Happy, but surprised, because I was expecting like the end of this episode to be the lead up to him getting that fire. And then by the end of this is like when he's decided, okay, no, I need to get out of here. So much faster timeline than I was anticipating, but I am all for it. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next episode. The no more than 12 line. Oh God, that got me pumped up. And the way you just end there. Woo! So good. So good. Also, I've said this from the beginning. Daedra's character is terrifying, but we fully saw that this episode. She is somebody who, you know, at the very beginning, I can't remember if I actually said this or if I just thought it, but at the very beginning, I was like, I don't know if she's someone that's going to be super evil or if she's going to be someone that like eventually turns to the rebellion because she sees the atrocities. Like at the beginning, she just seemed like, okay, I need to gain my place in the ISB. I need to get what's rightfully mine. I'm good at my job. I deserve the recognition type of thing. So on one hand, you could have had the path where as she gets higher up in the ISB, she sees how truly awful things are, and then that leads her to the rebellion. But that's not at all the case, which I should have known, because in, I think, the very first time we saw her, we learned that she had one of the highest prison numbers. So, like, she's not a good person, okay? Like, she clearly was already drinking the Empire Kool-Aid at that point. But this was the first time we truly saw it. Just, like, giddy with excitement over the torture. She just has this very carefully curated mask, and sometimes it slips up, and it's, I don't know if it's more terrifying or less terrifying when that happens. Her character is really cool. Really cool. The way they did the transition with the Bix torture between and now okay, so I just watched 2 episodes back to back. So now I'm like, wait, did that happen this episode or last episode? And I forgot to talk about it. I don't know. It doesn't important. It's in my head. I'm going to say it anyways. Sorry if this is actually last episode. But Gorst puts the things on. It goes dead silent. And you just see Bix's facial expressions leading into a terrifying scream. And then Daedra walks in, like you see Daedra's back, the door closes, all you hear is the scream, and the scream transitions to like the drill or whatever the fuck that was. And they like overlap, and then you've got, oh my God, it's just so good. It's so good. But just like Daedra likes it. She likes the torture. She likes the power. She likes being bad. So her character is fascinating. I cannot wait to see more with her character, but she is definitely scary. And I've always said, don't fuck with her. I stand by that. Again, cannot wait to see what happens with Cyril's character. I feel like he'd be great at the ISB. I don't know if that's kind of what he's alluding to. Like he wants to work there and he's hoping Daedra will help him get a job, but he's definitely giving stalker vibes. And as someone who's already had to deal with a stalker in her life, like that's kind of creepy. I don't like it. So I need him to just like slow his roll a little bit. You need to calm down, please, sir. But he would be good at that job because he is the very, I feel like what we saw Cassian and, I already forgot his name. The guy that betrayed them in Aldani, who lied about having a brother. I said that they were kind of mirrors. I kind of think the same thing with Cyril and Daedra. Like they are the same coin. Cyril wishes he was Daedra, and he's not quite there yet. Like he could be a Daedra, but he's not quite there yet. So maybe not exactly mirrors, but he sees what he wants, you know? This show is just really good. What did I write down? Cassian cares about others. Oh yeah. So I had said last episode that Cassian doesn't necessarily care about the rebellion. He cares about the people he cares about. We see that in the prison. He cares about his table mates, his cellmates, his group mates. We saw that, I think this was last episode when they had to do the rotation, or maybe it's the beginning of this one, when he suggested like rotating because Olaf's issues where he couldn't keep up. And he said one of his other table mates, it was his idea. So that table mate got the credit for it. And then we see when Olaf's having a hard time standing up, Cassian is the one holding him and helping him and talking him through, we're almost there, we're almost there, we're almost done, we're almost out. Cassian, not alone, but Cassian is one of the ones carrying him down the hallway and helping him get to the barracks. Cassian cares about others deeply. And I do think that that is eventually going to be a major factor into him fully believing in the rebels. Because he genuinely cares about others. And I love his character for that. His characters, like all of these characters truly are just so complex and have so many layers to them. And it's just so good. It's so freaking good. I wish I had time to watch the next episode right now because I want to keep watching. Like that's why I watched last episode and this one literally back to back. I took like a 5-minute break to get a drink and came right back to it. And I wish I could do that again because I can't stop watching this show. It's so freaking good on so many levels. And I know I'm missing a million things because whenever I don't take notes, this is what happens. But it's like so much happens and there's so much happening in the background and happening like right in your face and subtle things. And like, it's just, there's so much. There's so much. And I love it. But yeah, that's all I wrote down. Oh, but I will say, I mentioned Gorst. That's the name of the torture guy, right? Gorst? I think so. He's fucking scary, man. He's scary. He likes torturing. Him and Daedra would be a good couple because they like torturing a little too much. I can't wait to keep watching. I really hope you enjoy the reaction. If you did, wait, no, I don't need to say that. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Okay, I'm back again because I was just moving my files around. I was literally about to eat my pistachios. I was moving my files around, and when I name my files, I like put the title name of the episode in so I know which episode is which. And I just remembered this episode is freaking called Nobody's Listening. Holy, missed that. I had to come back and say more. Because what a perfect title for an episode. What a perfect title for an episode. Nobody's listening. That was the theme. That was the freaking theme of the whole episode. Now, granted, that's always the case when you title an episode. It's titled that for a reason. But shit, that was really good for this one. Because obviously you had Cassian who was screaming, nobody's listening, when talking about the prison guards. Although that one guy was listening. But besides that, the prison guards weren't listening. So you have that. Layered with, like, the other prisoners in some cases, like the, I wrote his name down. Hold on. What's his name? Kino. Kino wasn't listening. But then you also have Mon Mothma, who's in the Senate, and literally nobody's listening to her in the Senate. Like, you hear an occasional person agreeing with her, but for the most part, they're all turning their lights off like, nah, I'm done. I'm not listening to this. And she's very dejected because nobody's listening to her pleas to try to curtail the Emperor's overreach. You have... What else? I feel like I thought of another one too and I already forgot it. See, this is why I take notes. I don't know. It just was a perfect episode title. That's all I came back to say. I missed more. When I had the epiphany, I was like, oh my God, this. And I feel like there's more and now I can't remember them. It doesn't matter. Great title name. That's all I had to say. Now I'm done for real. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.